first step of this main Easter egg quest in Liberty Falls is to make it to Pack-a-Punch and then interact with this machine right here, and you will see a flash on the screen. The second step is to acquire the eject gun, which is the map's wonder weapon. Collect the first piece, which is a valve you'll find in front of the flower shop, and then head over to Liberty Lanes and melee this panel and interact with it to insert the valve, and then you will need to do a mini lockdown and increase the water pressure, and you will not be able to shoot while you're doing this, but you can stop and kill the zombies and then continue where you left off, or bring in a buddy with you. After you've done that, then you will now be able to pick up the water pressure gauge, and that's it for the first part. The second part, you need to head to the graveyard and wait for the groundskeeper zombie to spawn in and kill him and pick up the tool shed key he drops, and then head over to this shed and unlock it and pick up the handbrake. The third part, you will need a mangler cannon from either crafting one or finding one, or you can get the mutant injection by finding one or also crafting one, or you can wait for an actual mangler, but you do need to head over to this shop with the door closed and use the mangler cannon blast to break it open and interact with each dick pile inside, and you will run into either vermins or salvage and eventually the wires needed for the jet gun. Head over to the motel room at spawn and craft the jet gun at this crafting table, and you're ready for the next step. Using the absorbing feature, go to the comic store and suck up this part that's in the ceiling, and then head over to the top of this white truck near Speed Cola and suck up the part from this window, and then lastly head over to the church and suck up this part right here. And now you just want to head to the roof of the bank and craft the LTG on this crafting table, and then bring it back to the graveyard and place it under this thundercloud and just defend it from zombies until the timer runs out. And then you want to quickly go and grab a canister from the machine in the church and place it down right here where the trap powers activate, and then you just want to weaken the HVT and then activate the trap once they're at criminally low health, and then kill them in the purple area beside where your canister is, and then they should be absorbed into the canister, and you just want to take it to the machine you got the canister from originally. And then once you insert it back into the machine by hitting your interact button, you will see a drawer pop open, and then you can pick up the Strauss counter. You need to head to 3 different projectors located in different parts of the map. First one's going to be right here beside the crafting table. Pull out your Strauss counter by hitting your tactical button and then see what color the Strauss counter is showing you. I'll have a chart for what color you need to make the light on the projector depending on the color on the Strauss counter. Hit your interact button on the projector until the color on top of it is the one you need in your game. The next projector is beside a PhD flop right over here, and do the same thing and put your Strauss counter up and interact with the projector to change it to the appropriate color. The third and final projector is on the roof of the bank by this barricade, and it will be hiding right here. Do the same thing, and once you do that, you will see all 3 dish out purple beams that lead to spawn, signifying you've done this step correctly. In case you forgot or didn't know, go back to the graveyard and pick up the LTG that we placed originally under that thundercloud, as you will need it for this last part. And head over to the right of spawn and place the LTG under this thundercloud, and you will have to defend it for the time limit, and then the same thing will happen and an HVT will come out. And go back to spawn and pick up this canister and place it here where the trap powers activate, and then you just want to do the same thing and weaken the HVT until it's at a criminally low amount of health, and then activate the trap and kill it in the purple pool of power where the canister is, and it will get sucked into the canister, and that is the last step. You just want to pick the canister back up and take it back to the machine at the church and insert it, and I guess this is technically the last step. All you have to do now is interact with the machine once more to activate the final encounter. It's not really a boss fight, it's just a lockdown on steroids, so I would recommend having a gun that's either at epic rarity double pack or basically more stronger than that. If you have the money in salvage, go for triple pack and legendary rarity, and get Casimir's too if you can. Lethals don't really play a part in this fight, so get what you want. I would recommend the Maelstrom shotgun as it shreds, and I would also recommend not going in with the map's wonder weapon. The jet gun sucks, no pun intended. Enjoy the boss fight and hopefully you make it through, otherwise you suck as well. Just kidding, but try not to get clapped. Peace.